Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. So today I'm going to be doing my testimony because I feel like the Lord put it on my heart to speak about it, but I haven't really found time to do it because the enemy's been like, you're not gonna get any time. So I've set some time aside to film this video. I don't want it to be too I can't get my words up. I don't want it to be too long because sometimes I get a bit bored when videos are just too long, but I haven't actually planned any of this. I'm just going with the flow. I'm just going where the Holy Spirit tells me to go, and we'll just see what's going to happen. But I do have I know I'm going through my camera roll because my camera roll reminds me of that specific time in my life. So if you see me looking down a lot, it's just me on my phone. But yeah, so I'm just going to be telling you how I basically got into my dream school and the Lord helped me get there. So let me start right from the beginning. Oh my days, I haven't talked about this to anybody in a very long time. So I didn't actually know about the school until about I was doing my production, and it's like a school production thing. So we were doing a musical, and how am I gonna put this without getting, so I got told by somebody else that there was this school called, I'm not gonna say the name, but there was this school and it like specializes in like musicals and things like that. And I was so intrigued. I was like, oh my days, what is this school? Tell me more. So the person ended up telling my mom and me, and we ended up like trying to see a bit more about the school, see like, okay, what is it that they actually do. And then I was very intrigued, so I was like, I want to apply. But by this time they had already done their auditions for the school, and I was actually late applying, so I just applied anyways, just because I was like, you know what, whatever happens happens. If I don't even get in, it's fine. Like, I like where I'm at right now, but like I'd been there for quite a long time, to be fair. Like, I think I've been there for 8 years, so that's quite a long time to be at one place. So but I did really enjoy it there. So I was there for about 8 years, and then I applied for this school. Then nothing really happened between that time. I remember I might put up some photos whilst I'm talking about it, just so it kind of makes sense whilst I'm speaking, because I don't want it to sound like, what is she on about? I don't have any idea. I did do a whole like journey, but yeah, I don't know. I can show like a photo. I'll just put it on the screen when I get there. But I was very happy, and that was on 19th of March 2023. But I applied, I think, a bit before that, maybe a few days before that, only a few days. So then after that, nothing really happened. Then after that, life went on. Really, life went on. I couldn't really dwell on that because even though I really wanted to get an audition day, I was still at my other school. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna focus on that right now. If it happens, it happens. So life went on, you know, did things, traveled to London, saw friends, blah blah blah. And then my mum received an email saying that I got an audition day, and I was so happy when I received that because the day prior I received an email that they were just reviewing the application. So I was very happy. So I was like, oh, they've seen it, that's amazing. So then the next day I got an email that I've received an audition day, so I was so happy for the date. But that wasn't until May, and I received that a bit before. I think it was like a week and a bit. It was like the 2nd or 3rd of May, and it was the 15th of May, the audition. And so I didn't really, you couldn't really prepare anything for that, but it was just like, you know, typical audition. I was so excited because the bit in between I applied and me getting the audition day was so long. Honestly, March, April, May, okay, 3 months. That doesn't sound long, but honestly, when I tell you, when you want something so bad and you're waiting on the Lord for him to give it to you, it's so long, because I was trying to get to know him better. I was learning a bit more about how these like breakthroughs and things work, about like fasting and just all that jazz. Like, I was just wondering, how does this work? So I got close to him in that period of time I was praying, you know, trying to put in first in all I do, and just like cutting things out of my life that really weren't supposed to be in there, that were hindering my relationship with him. So yeah, I did that. And I remember I was actually on the stairs and I was just listening to this worship song. I was just like chilling because I think it was like quite a hot day on that day, and I was just on the stairs and I was just like, yeah, da 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 da. And then I saw the text from my mum. I was thinking, what's this? It's got loads of writing. And I saw it and I was like, oh my days, like I just started jumping up and down. I was so happy. If you watch the video, you'll know exactly how happy I was. So I was extremely happy then. Okay, so now we're fast forwarding to my audition day. Loved it. It was great. My parents waited for me, then they picked me up. Well, I actually walked to them, and then no, they picked me up. Then it's something like that. It's something along the lines of that. And then what happened after that? Okay, so that was on the Monday, right? Then I went to school Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. Friday I went to go see a show at the Old Rep, and I went to go see a show. It was good. And then my mom told me that she actually knew whether I got in or not, because like I applied and I auditioned really late, all the spaces before, so I knew that the best option was either for me to be put on the waiting list or for me to just not get in at all, because I know a few people just didn't get in at all. I was like, oh, I'm so sorry, but I was like, okay, well, if I get in, I mean, if I get put on the waiting list, there's still a chance, there's still hope. So I was just like, okay, I just hope for the best outcome. So then my mum told me, I think in the interval, I'm not too sure. I think she told me in the interval, because I was with my friend and her mom at the time. So we were just all like, oh, we're waiting for the news, because I knew that other people had received their news earlier that day. So I was just waiting for the news. I was just like, just tell me, just tell me. I was a bit disappointed, I'm not going to lie, at first, but I was like, you know what, I understand. This is the best of what the situation I'd been in. I could have just not gotten at all. So I was just so grateful to God that he even got me on the waiting list. I feel like I'm brushing past a lot of things, but I don't really want this video to be too long, because so anyways, I got put onto the waiting list. So that was like May. So can you imagine? Okay, May, June, July, August. Okay, so that's another 4 months. So 7 months so far. March, April, May, June, July, August. 6 months. So there was like just 3 or 4 months in between where I did the audition, between where I got in. Okay, so I think this period was, I would say, it was a bit harder for me, because the first when I applied before, I was like, you know what, if I get in, I get in, if I don't, I don't. But this period I really wanted to, because I'd done my research about the school. I like looked on their Instagram, looked on their TikTok, just saw just a few things about them, just what they do and what they can do for me and things like that. So I was like, right, I need to knuckle down. It wasn't all like trying to get a blessing out of the Lord, like that wasn't it. I don't want it to sound like it was, but it was just me trying to see, like, okay, was it my fault? Like, was there something that I should have done? And I realized, I remember I was watching like this sermon, and it was like, you can't fast your way out of a waiting season. In this time, I think I received a lot of prophetic messages that I was in a waiting season, but obviously because I was still like really new into like what seasons were and things, I didn't really know that at the time. But obviously when I look back at it now, I'm filming this video in 2024 and I got in last year, by the way. So when I look back at it now, I'm thinking, wow, I was in a waiting season for like March, April, May, June, July, August. Okay, 6 months. It's crazy how the Lord changed my life in 6 months. It's crazy. Pardon me. So I was in the waiting season, sorry. And I was just, honestly, I don't even know what I was doing. Like it was all just a blur, but not a blur at the same time, if you get what I mean. It was just kind of like I was just waiting. Like, you know, there was nothing more I could do because I'd already done the audition, and I did have thoughts about appealing, but I didn't really know what that was, to be honest. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna wait on the Lord, and I'm just gonna do the best I can to put him first, and if I don't get in, I'm still gonna praise him, because maybe it just wasn't for me. I was a bit confused whether that was in his will, but through like fasting and like seeing him through prayer and revelation and things like that, I knew that it's going to happen. It's going to happen soon. I just didn't know when, because with waiting you have to realize that it's not your timing, it's his timing, and your timing was most likely of, say, selfish gain and selfish ambition, because you want it now. Like, us humans, we don't want to wait for things, we don't have patience. So I feel like I really learned the meaning of patience, especially when you want something, especially when it is in his will. You will get it at some point. You just needed to grow. I don't think it would have made sense if I just got in first time, because there were so many lessons I had to learn before that prior, if that makes sense. So I think, looking back now, I think it's great that I went through that whole season and process, because if I didn't, I don't think I'd be able to like notice a lot of things that I've been through. So anyways, got a little sidetrack. So yeah, I was just waiting, and then I would like manipulate myself into thinking, okay, Erin, today's the day you're gonna get that email. Today is the day you're going to get that email. I was like, but it never happened. I was like, Lord, today I would like to speak it over my life. Today I'm going to get it. Today. And I'm sure I was just thinking, it's already yours, it's confirmed, because I saw a few messages prior to that. It's already mine, it's confirmed, like it is mine. So I was like, wow, like I was just so mind blown, but I still hadn't gotten at that time. I was still waiting. Like, 6 months can seem like 20 years. Honestly, it can. So that happened then. So if the lighting's gone a bit weird, the lighting is just up and down because of the sun. Where are we? July. Wow, I really did go. See, life really went on after that as well. Okay. What day is this? 30th. Right. 31st of August. So it's 31, 1, 2, 3, 4 days. 31st of August, they called my mom to let me know that I got in. And I was ecstatic. I was so happy. I was like, what? I was like, in my dream come true. Like, I wanted to get in so badly, and it happened for me, and I was just like, wow, like the Lord really came through, and everything that I'd been working towards was true. This whole season just taught me a lot of lessons, a lot of lessons. If you've been through a waiting season, you would know. It was just honestly like, I remember when it happened, because I could hear my mom upstairs on the phone. I already knew, but I just needed to make sure that what it was, because I wanted to know that I was celebrating for the right thing, not for the wrong thing, you know. So I was so happy. Honestly, I couldn't be more grateful. Like, I was just honestly so happy. And I know to a lot of people this is not gonna make any sense. Like, how, like what, like that doesn't make any sense. How do you just get in 4 days before it starts? But I'm telling you, God is a miracle maker. He does great things, and I was just so grateful to be given an opportunity as big as that. So it's just honestly so amazing. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention something. The person who told me, oh my days, it's such a big key thing to the story. So the person who told me about the school, we're going months back in. Okay, so we're back in March now. She would like, she or he, okay, I don't want to say too much, but she or he would tell me about it. And after I applied, I told the person. Then after I got the audition day, they just disappeared. Like, it was so weird. They just disappeared, and I couldn't find them anywhere. And it's like, I genuinely don't know where that person is now, but if they're watching this video, hello, I would love to say thank you so much, because honestly, you're part of the reason why I'm here today. So it's just great. That person knows who they are. Honestly, I genuinely don't know, but I just feel like they're a godsend, because that is just, it all links, it all interlinks, and it just all makes sense now. When I look back, I think, wow, like I was so, I couldn't really see it before, but now I can see it now. So I was just looking because yeah, what else? Where did I leave off? Yeah, so I got in. This was, excuse me, this was 4 days before the first day. I was like, oh my days, 4 days until we start. Because in my head, at this point, I was still getting ready, like, to go back to school, to my old school. And we'd bought things for my old school. So now I'm just thinking, okay, we need to buy things for this place that I'm going to now. So we got things to prepare, and I was just so happy, honestly. Like, you know when you've worked, I didn't really work for it, but if you know what I mean when I say that faith, you know, what is the verse I'm trying to think? Faith that works is dead, but obviously we need to have faith, but obviously we can't just sit there and expect the Lord to just do everything for us. Like we actually have to seek him first. We actually have to do Bible studies. We actually have to pray. We actually have to like wake up and do things. We can't be lazy, because obviously lazy is sin. But yeah, it's just great. Honestly, I'm so happy that I'm here, that I'm able to testify. Because if you're watching this and you're also in a what do you call it, waiting season, don't lose hope. Honestly, if I lost hope, if I said no, this is never gonna happen, it probably wouldn't have happened, because the Lord needs just as much faith as a mustard seed. And you know how tiny mustard seeds are? I'll put a picture on the screen. Mustard seeds are tiny, so honestly, don't lose faith. Don't lose faith, because faith is what's literally keeping you going. The enemy wants you to lose faith so that the breakthrough or the miracle or the blessing doesn't come through for you, and then you'll just leave God, I mean, when I say him. So yeah, just honestly don't, because it's going to happen for you. Everything will happen at a appointed time. Yeah, like it was just crazy. And I'm just so grateful to sit here today and just to be telling my story. It was a quick one, didn't go into too much depth, but I feel like it's just kind of what I needed to say at the right moment. But I'm just happy that I'm here telling you guys, and I hope you enjoyed my video, and I guess I'll see you in the next one. I haven't really been that consistent, I'm not going to lie, because it's back to school. I'm really trying to prepare for school and stuff like things. Does that make sense? Erin English, sorry. School and stuff like things. School and stuff like that. That was what I was meant to say. Not school and stuff like things. Ugh, I don't know. But yeah, thank you so much for watching my video, and I guess I'll see you in my next one.